used.
There we go. All right. There we go. We are live. Everybody is giddy because it's our first game of 2025.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why. Sure.
Yeah. We're bemoaning the new year.
I would take a gently used 2012 for sure.
Gently used 2012.
Yep.
I mean, to be fair, like we barely used some of the 2020s, so
Yeah.
Well,
That's
yeah,
true.
but I don't want a gently used 2020 anything because they were all shitty years
that's true.
for one reason or another. So
Never-
I would
Yeah, the joke
definitely.
about the year never being out in the winter works for like 2020 and 2019.
Alrighty. So yes, this is our first Forbidden Lands game of 2025. This is session number 105 of our Forbidden Lands game.
Whoa.
That is
Crazy.
It is now officially the longest ongoing campaign I have run in like forever, since I was like a young person.
Which
They had
has been a
RPGs back then?
Yes, they
We're on
did.
the third month of the Halloween episode.
We used to,
Yeah, right.
It
Or those
is-
cave drawings and shadow
I mean,
puppets?
At this rate, we're gonna conclude Curse of Strahd before we build the boat, so it's not that bad.
This is actually, I think this is session 8 of your Adventures in Barovia.
I'd like to say
something
at
like
105 sessions, I still have an XP shopping list of stuff I can buy.
that. Yeah.
Yes.
I have. God, where's my? Oh, I did something to my mouse. Yeah, I've got 20 XP I should spend at some
I
point
got
soon.
10.
I should log in and look.
It'd probably be a good idea. I just keep mine in my notes. I don't even have it usually on my character sheet. I rarely update it.
All right, so I'm assuming after like a month and a bit off, everybody still completely remembers what exactly you were doing.
That's why I
We
have
took an
notes.
amulet
That's
that
why I keep
will
notes.
probably doom this village to death and misery in a couple of years, but for now it's fine.
Maybe. I mean,
Yeah,
Oh yeah, we summoned a dragon, or somebody summoned
Yes.
a dragon, and it helped us kick somebody's ass, and it flew somebody
Yeah.
off. And some guy named Otto wants to join us. I forget who Otto is.
Otto is the patchwork person
Yeah.
that the abbot had.
Oh right, the Frankenstein. Yeah. Okay.
Kind of, yeah.
His name is
Um,
Otto. He likes to get Plato.
Yeah, Plato.
Probably.
Soon enough.
Actually, he seemed really, really polite, kind of innocent, so maybe not. Yes,
Well.
there had been an angel, because Trestius decided it would be a good idea to fight the abbot in the
Sure.
abbey.
Yeah, I remember that. I thought we were all
I
gonna
Yeah.
summoned
die.
the fight. I summoned the god.
That's true, you did, and he took care of things.
Everything
Uh,
balanced out at the end.
I mean, for us, yes.
Right.
You don't see
And we
Coley
now
making
have-
stupid mistakes like that.
Wow.
I like to think Trevor said that with a straight face too.
I mean, it sounded
well,
like
if
it.
you have a camera, I can't verify.
So in these cursed lands of Barovia, you guys found yourself after Culdy's magic went awry.
Right. Yes, because Culty would never do something careless and dangerous like send us to a different realm.
Never.
I don't know what
Never.
you're talking about.
And upon arrival, you met a group of people called the Vishanti, who gave you a tarot card reading of sorts. Let you know that there's this curse upon the land, and the only way to be free of the curse and to get back home is to end the curse. Many before you have tried, and all have failed. But the card reading did tell you about 4 things that will help make your confrontation with the master of these lands, the Devil Strahd, make your confrontation easier. One of them is a tome, like his personal diary sort of thing that will give you insight into him and the nature of the curse. The card said that you will find what you seek in the castle, specifically Castle Ravenloft, amid the ruins of a place of supplication. So the tome is in his castle. You wisely decided maybe you didn't want to go there right first thing.
How do I not have a note about the tome?
I don't know.
I don't either, because the first card was knowledge. The
Yep.
priest.
Yep, that's the tome.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
You were told about a holy symbol that you would find in a pool blessed by the light of the white sun, which you actually found underneath a gazebo in this village of Kresk. Unfortunately, removing the holy symbol also removes their source of pure water, and they will eventually wither and die with the holy symbol being removed. Trustius estimates that they do have some time before this happens. It's not an instantaneous effect, but it means likely that if you fail, not only have you doomed yourselves, but this entire village as well.
More incentive not to fail.
Yep. You were told about a weapon made from the light of the sun, hidden in a castle beneath a mountain guarded by amber giants, which you have deduced is the Amber Temple in the southern parts of the land. You were told of a creature that could help you. The card symbolized wedding bells or a death knell. Brought you to a mountainside abbey, where you will find a woman who's more than the sum of her parts, which turned out to be this created woman named Vasilka, who was created by the abbot for some purpose, and she is breathtakingly beautiful, even though she is, upon close inspection, stitched together from the parts of various people.
He also kind of looked like Dizzy.
It's not a deal breaker.
I mean, if you don't look too close, and if you pretend that all of my scars are stitches, I guess maybe.
That's what happened when
And
you.
squint.
That's what
If
happened
we're
when you
in
don't
really dim
have
light.
scars and you put your hair up and some makeup.
Yeah. Why would I do that? Hair up, yes. That makes sense. I don't particularly need somebody to yank on my hair and haul me onto their sword. But, no. I'll
But
pass
yes,
on the rest.
after a little bit of a tense showdown with the abbot, who revealed himself to be like an angel, and Tress just kind of noped out and used the horn to summon the dragon god, who dealt with that problem for you, leaving you guys free with Vasilka and Otto, who is one of the abbot's servants, to head out from here. It is actually, by the time it's hard to tell exactly what time it is because the sun never completely rises or completely sets. It's generally always gloomy. But you guys did specifically head up to the abbey kind of first thing when you woke up, so you're guessing it's probably around lunchtime?
Robert? Mhm.
And we'll turn it over to you guys to decide what you would like to do.
Leave. That's what we should do.
Yep. I think leaving
We
is a
should
good idea.
leave. We should leave before they realize their water isn't quite so tasty anymore.
I mean, it's gonna be a few months, and we can bring it back before they notice.
I'm thinking that we get Otto to bring it back, because I imagine Otto's probably gonna come back here. Or maybe not. Who knows?
They
We'll
will
get somebody.
likely lynch Otto if they see him.
They shouldn't.
Yeah, we don't go to town often.
Yeah, we'll keep you safe.
You're hardly the weirdest thing in these
But
lands.
if after we do what we need to do, we disappear, if you can sneak in and put that amulet back into that shelf over there, that'd be great.
Assuming this place still exists.
I mean, yeah, they might just be all free.
Well, freedom would be nice. I've never been
Well,
free.
Well, you can stay with us. We'll try to keep you safe. If you want to do something other, well, you're free to go. But for now, we can keep you safe.
Thank you. And you guys notice, like, Vasilka is basically just kind of kneeling and like running her hands through the tufts of grass and stuff.
He didn't let you out much, eh?
I've never been outside before.
Oh, well. He has such sight to show you. It's a good thing you've never been out, because if you had seen like grass like from where we come from, this would be less impressive. So let's start with the okay grass before we get you to the great grass.
Yeah.
Thank you for the end out there. It's nice having you on our side.
Well, I was created as a gift for Straw Hats, so I don't think it much matters who takes me to him.
It was foretold you could help us defeat him, and we're trying to find a way to ask you what you wanted to do before we did anything in that place, but it went awry.
I'd like to live.
I think we all would.
Yeah. That's a goal for all of us, I imagine.
I'd like to go to a tavern and order food.
Do
We
you
can do
eat?
that.
I would
Are
like.
you hungry?
No, I just want to do what normal people do.
I mean, we can get you some soup here, but I don't think they have a tavern. But I'll cook tonight, and I can offer you some.
I've never slept outdoors before.
So many overrated things.
I mean, the fire
Ordering
is
a
nice.
because
tavern really depends on the tavern. Sleeping outdoors kind of depends on where you're sleeping.
My camps are great.
That's true. And we
when
do
they're
have a
set
tent.
up, yes.
Yes. And if you have Goldie's sleeping bag, his
Yeah.
sleeping
And
fur is really nice, regardless of whether we have the tent or not.
Rizen's food. Rizen's food is great.
My what?
Mm-hmm.
Your food, the
Food.
food you make.
Oh, yeah.
An important thing when we start traveling is that we stay on the road.
Oh yeah, the rule number one: stay on the road.
But
Not
that-
sure
yeah.
exactly what happens when we don't, but it feels terrifying, and we've seen terrible things on the side of the road. So
We were going to
let's-
test that theory once, and then we decided against it. And that's how we ended up here.
I
In
don't-
one piece, anyway.
I don't know how I ended up here, but if you
Well, what
say
matters
We're
now
created
is
here.
what you do going forward.
then I will stay on the road.
Good plan.
Thank you. I assume we're heading towards the Amber Keep next.
yes, a blade made of sunlight.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
The road is going to be long and winding and tempting to cross across the road. Let's not.
I mean, it is significantly faster if you cross through the woods and the hills.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
we know.
it is. It's also a terrible idea.
I feel like the game master would be remiss if I didn't mention this every once in a while.
Oh yeah. I look at them
Are
and
you
I'm
my
like,
conscience? Yeah, yes.
Yes, absolutely yes.
I look at
Guys,
the
I
road.
got two
I'm like,
voices on
whoever
either
designed
shoulder.
this
They're both saying
sunk.
go across the fields. I'm not, what?
That's what happens when the GM plays all the NPCs. All right. So you guys are setting off?
Yep. Gonna try to keep Otto from the people of the village. Like, I can lend him a cloak or something while we pass, so he doesn't get people ire.
Gotcha. So as you pass through, like the little kind of trail from the abbey leads down to the village of Krusk, and then from there you can pick up the main road itself easily. Krusk it's very much like a commune. Like they are very very self-contained. It's a smallish village, but it is walled. They grow all their own food. Almost all of the houses have like livestock pens. They are like completely like self-sufficient. But if you guys are just passing through, nobody tries to stop you or anything. They don't pay really much attention to you at all. They kind of wave at you as you pass.
Yeah, because we were just there.
Yep, but they're not the sort of folks that are going to be like, "Oh, now that you're here, you can never leave."
Ah, gotcha. Yes.
It's not Midsummer thing.
Nope.
That was the other village we passed.
You guys did make a round about the what looked like a cult town with possibly some
Yeah,
Wicker
Don't
Man
forget
activity
the
going on.
smile.
little bit. Little bit.
But yeah, as as you get on towards noon, I'm assuming you don't want to actually stop in the village for anything.
Maybe to say goodbye to uh
The mayor?
or yeah. I was trying to find us the Burgermeister.
The Burgermeister.
Just to say, see ya, we're leaving. Don't make extra soup or anything. That's it.
Unless you want to give soup for the road.
I don't know how well soup would travel, but I've got some bread and stuff you can have.
Ooh.
So yeah, so he'll put together like a little road care package for you.
If we manage to do what we want and we're still around, well, we'll pass by.
That's fair enough.
Aldi has no intention of ever passing by again if he can help it.
I just want their amulet to get back here.
Mm.
I mean, if we like mostly die, like, and one of us is stuck here, maybe that's the place we're gonna show up back.
Let's not mostly die.
Let's not mostly die, and we won't have to come back.
Mm.
We can top our water up, eh, Chris?
You can, yes.
Oh, good, because I was at a D10.
Yep, you can fill up your water skins, and the Burgermeister's food will add like a dye to your food rations.
Oh, sweet.
Outstanding.
I've already got a D12. I'm good.
Well,
Yeah,
eat that
I'm good.
tonight,
Nice
and
soup,
you won't have
but
to roll.
everyone else can have some.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
that's
If
true.
you're already at D12, then you can eat it in lieu of rolling.
Okay.
But yeah, you guys figure. Well, I mean, you've traveled kind of this way before. You figure you can probably make the bridge before evening comes, and then from there you're into largely uncharted territory.
Yep. Wizards of wine. Yeah, I don't trust. I don't trust Cook Wizard. Like, we've met the pastry chef and the old lady that make pastry. People who mix magic and food are dangerous. Let's avoid Wizards of wine. Trust those people.
So as you guys walk on the way, whoever is keeping an eye open can give me a scouting roll.
That would be me, I guess.
It usually is.
I just check and see 14 hit points. Or sorry, 14 experience.
It'll be 14 hit
Not
points.
missing any.
What the hell?
Yeah, I know. Hey, wouldn't that be great?
What?
That would have been
How many hit
awesome.
points?
Holy hell.
Trevor misread and said 14 hit points.
Nope.
Remember, I get an extra die for 6 cents if
Yep.
there's an ambush.
If there's an ambush. So as you travel along, and it starts to get into evening, and there's like some trees near the bridge. Caldy, out of the corner of your eye, you can see these large quadrupedal shapes in the woods, kind of keeping pace with you. Not getting close enough that you can actually see them, but definitely close enough that they are definitely following you. It looks like there's probably about a half dozen of them. And they are, when I say large, their shoulder is probably about the same as Desi's shoulder. But they're large quadrupeds.
Eyes and ears of the count, I suppose.
But
What's
since
this?
since you guys are emphatic about sticking on the road, they do keep pace, but they don't break out of the woods or anything. And as you get towards evening, like you manage to cross the bridge on the river and just get to the other side. As you're like, okay, we should probably find camp kind of near the crossroads, and further to the south is where the Ember Temple is. So do you want to push on through the evening, or do you want to make camp now?
Uh, let's say make camp now, but
Oh, I would think so, yes.
that means I will have to try to get my nap in.
How long would it take us to get to Argenvolstold?
You could be there another 6-7 hours on the road.
Ah, nah.
And it kind of looks like ruins on the map. I'm not sure.
Down below, there's the Barras ruins. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, it kind of does have a.
Ruiny feel to the drawing.
The walls don't look like they're intact entirely. That's true.
And if we go to Argensvold, we need to get back. Because it's
Yeah.
a dead end.
Otto, do you know anything about that place?
Argenvostold? It's, I believe. Seems to be thinking before a second. That's where Strahd's enemies were from. It's named after the dragon that resided in the valley.
There's a dragon here.
I don't know if there still is. That's what the place is named after. It belonged to a city of knights that stood guard against the evils of the temple.
Oh yeah, the Silver Knight thingy. I think we heard something about those.
So they're likely dead.
Likely, they were enemies of Strahd's.
I don't see any reason to visit there unless one of you do.
Anyway, once we're gone to the Amber Temple, we'll have to come back up that road and go next to it. So if we find a reason to go, we'll have another occasion to go before we get to what we need to do.
True. Yeah, camp then, for sure.
I'll start making camp.
All right. And Caldi can give me an endurance roll for his sleep, and everybody else can decide what they're going to do in the evening. Otto will help make camp, which will give you an extra die.
Nice.
Do I hit? I shouldn't have hit that rest button.
Make your endurance roll first.
Well, it didn't change my endurance, actually. I didn't get my might back either, so I might have to look into what's causing that.
Sorry, who are we just
Never mind.
speaking
I'm
to?
just
Otto.
Oh, Otto. Okay.
sorry. I don't think I'd lost anything anyway, so I think we're good.
Yeah.
I was looking at my might at 0, thinking it was my my strength.
Perfect. So Otto will help set up camp. Vasilka's just kind of watching, and there's a lot of what's this? What's that do? Why are you doing this? Why do you need these furs and stuff? And she is not feeling like the cold of the evening at all.
As I set up camp, I'm explaining like I would be teaching a child. Like, okay, this is what we're doing that for. This is the use of that. I put a rope there because if it rains, then the water gets over here. It was just like trying to walk her through it.
And at one point, she tries her hand at hammering in a tent peg, and basically just drives it deep into the ground.
Like that. Quite strong.
But what would Desi and Ryzen and Tresius like to do in the evening?
I would like to spend XP. Is there anybody who can teach me either cold-blooded or executioner?
I have executioner. To the shock of no one, I'm sure. I only have it at rank 1, though.
Well, that's fine. I want to just start learning it. I want to start learning both of those. So
Cold-blooded.
I'm happy to, if she wants to teach me how to inflict more grievous injury upon enemies, I'm happy to learn.
Does that sound like something I would teach somebody? Oh, yes, absolutely.
I'll keep watch while they're training then.
Oh, so I have to go for the Achilles, right? Like right there. Ah, okay.
You're right down at that level. I mean,
I know.
Don't get me wrong. Headbutting them in the groin, totally valid at your height.
Oh yeah.
Perfect place to aim. But while you're down there.
While you're down there.
The trick is when you're trying to execute somebody, you need to make sure that you get your blade between the bones in their neck. Makes it easier to decapitate them that way.
Or between the bones and the ribs. That works too. If you're reaching up that high. But if you're not, here's where this nasty little artery is. Right in the leg. Kind of inner thigh-ish. Great place to aim for. Ends a fight real fast. Even if you leave your blade in there. That just makes them really nervous. Because if they're any kind of fighter at all, they know what's going to happen if they take that blade out. Right now, that blade would be plugging the hole. And that's a good thing. Kinda. I mean, it's good that the hole is plugged. It's bad that the hole is there.
And
Chris, I for the life of me can't drag a talent onto my character sheet.
No worries, I can get it for you.
Thank you.
And
I try to do it and
yeah, and it might be something. It might be a permission thing that I need to set.
Oh, okay.
What is Trustius doing while this is going on?
I guess I'm keeping watch.
I mean, you don't have to.
I realize I don't have to, but I will anyway.
Okay.
Don't worry, Chris. We're gonna do something stupid at one point or another. It's gonna happen.
Oh, no doubt. It's not even a question.
Trustius, you can give me a scouting roll.
I am
But,
not the best scout.
Camp is not set up yet, so there's no bonus yet.
Oh,
You are really,
I
you are not
I
the
am
best
broken.
scout. Oh. So Trustius falls unconscious, gets like pissed off and just like starts muttering to
What?
himself and not really paying attention. While he's supposed to be keeping watch. Interesting.
Probably cast a spell or something and it fucked with him.
He just wants to eat these trees so bad.
It's like, I bet you nobody would even notice.
This place fuels my magic so much. What would be the harm?
There would be no harm. None. Oh. Interesting. What is this? That's what that is. Oof. All right. So yeah, Trustius, since you're not really paying attention, you're just frustrated about the fact, like, you want to unleash your magic, and you know that there will probably be dire consequences if you do so, and you're just kind of wandering around, ostensibly keeping your eyes open, but really just kind of like focused on yourself and not really paying attention to your surroundings. And then you hear a snapping sound, and an immense amount of pain shoots up through your leg. And you take 2 points of damage to your strength.
Oh,
Yikes.
As you kind of you look down and you see that you have accidentally wandered into some sort of like hunter's trap, like just ever so slightly off the road, like you weren't paying much attention.
well, I'm broken, so I can't really do anything.
You cannot. That's not entirely true. You can't do anything that requires die rolls.
Right. I can yell.
You can certainly yell.
I will certainly let out a scream of pain.
Well, that's going to get my attention.
So Trestius was keeping watch. He fell unconscious, and then suddenly he wakes up screaming in pain.
No, he didn't fall
No.
unconscious. He was broken from wits, which basically means that you're just like pissed off and angry and not able to function.
Gotcha.
And in
No,
doing
he
so,
was angrily pacing along the road
Yeah.
and stepped slightly off it right onto a
Gotcha.
hunter's trap.
exactly.
I should just tie all of you up to keep you safe.
Hey, I don't wander off on my own very often.
That's true.
Yeah.
Usually it's Caldy.
Yes, usually it's called.
Yeah, I will be following that scream of pain for sure.
So yes, you do see Trustius basically just like writhing in agony.
When Desi goes to find him, she's gonna kind of gesture at Ryzen coming.
Yeah.
You training to be a little troublemaker, so
I don't need training to be a troublemaker.
You're perfecting
Trouble-
it.
Trouble solver? Trouble ender?
Sure. I am also a quasi medic, so I guess. Yeah,
That's
sure.
probably more useful.
So yeah, when you guys find Trustius, he does have this trap on his leg. Looks kind of like a bear trap. With Desi's strength, it's easy enough to kind of like snap it open and extract his leg from it. And when you do so, you do notice that there's like some sort of like gnarly gunk on the teeth of it, like other than Trustius's blood.
Oh no.
So we should take that back and have Hokutai look at it. The two of you can figure out what it is. And I'll pick Trustius up to carry him back to camp.
I imagine he's probably slipping in and out of consciousness at this point.
Do you carry him like a potato sack or like a bride?
No, like Kevin Costner and Whitney Houston, and I'll start singing "And I Will Always Love You."
The bodyguard style. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Bodyguard style.
Uh,
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
no, she'd probably get him up on his feet, and then realizing there's no way he's going to be able to walk because he's practically falling unconscious as it is. She just kind of dip a bit, shove her shoulder into his stomach, stand up, and start walking. Just slung over her shoulder.
Yep. Like carrying a drunk friend home from a bar.
Kinda, but not quite that.
Not that gentle.
Yeah, not kind of an arm over the shoulder, hand around the waist kind of thing. Just
Yeah.
no. I'm just gonna fold you over my shoulder and carry you back
There you
because
go.
you're not walking and you're not conscious. And I'm just talking to myself.
Yep.
So yeah, you guys can get Trustius back to camp easy enough. I do need Trustius to give
And
me.
did I notice anything around the trap? Anything interesting? Tracks or
No. Give me a scouting roll.
yeah, that's right.
Actually, I'll say scouting or survival, your choice.
Survival, because I actually have a rank in that by scouting. That's good.
So yeah, as you look around, like the trap was like it wasn't just laying there. It was definitely concealed, like buried under like some like dead grass and leaves and stuff like that. It was very well concealed.
Yep.
And the faint tracks that you see were deliberately covered up.
From the size of the trap, does it look like it was? It's the kind of trap that's like intended for small thing, like rabbits, or something bigger.
Definitely bigger. It looks like the sort of thing that you like. It's probably maybe a little bit smaller than a bear trap, but not by much.
Okay.
It definitely looks like something that you might use to trap a large quadrupedal beast
Person.
Right.
or a person,
And it's got gunk on it.
and it's got gunk on it.
Oh, with my one rank of alchemy from a visual inspection, could I get an idea what that gunk might be?
It is definitely a poison of some nature. You would need to actually like take a better look at it to identify it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay.
it's not just it's not just debris or rust or anything of that nature. It was definitely something deliberately applied to it,
Right. Okay. Nope.
like a thick like a paste. But yeah, you guys can get Trustius back to camp.
Hokutai.
Yep.
We got some stuff we need to look at.
Oh,
Sorry to
I
interrupt.
stepped in something.
is it about the screaming?
Yeah.
Thought I heard something.
Yeah, you heard Trustius.
Oh,
You
oh.
heard Trustius.
He stepped on something. And she'll kind of gesture toward Ryzen as she finds a place to lay Trustius down.
He stepped in some kind of. Actually, can I safely carry that trap without getting gunk on me?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, then I'll bring the trap with me. He stepped in this, and it's got some kind of poison on it.
Oh, that's clever. But if you do that, you don't intend to eat the meat of whatever you kill. So it's either for the fur or just because you hate them. Let me check
I
that.
Man,
mean,
this looks like a trap that could probably nab a small bear or baby bear or something like that. So I don't know what the intention was.
Might be too small for the size of the wolf people they hate around here.
maybe.
According to
I
the
haven't
claw
really
size.
seen any other tracks to compare.
I mean, I saw the claw mark on the building in town, and I mean, I would have used a bear trap for that kind of size. But maybe, let me check that. Gather some of that gunk and try to analyze it more efficiently.
So that would be either survival or healing.
I'll go with survival. Healing is more a risen thing. One success.
So yes, so that is a paste made out of aconite, otherwise known as monk's hood or wolfsbane.
Huh. My theory might be good after all. Why
Werewolves.
people the wolf people? Is it poisonous to non-wolf people?
Oh God, yes.
Yeah.
A lethal dose kills within the hour.
Yeah.
Trustius is lucky that I rolled really shitty on my my potency.
I'll still assume he's poison. Try to remove poison from him.
So yes, it is both a neurotoxin and a cardiotoxin.
Damn.
Ouch.
Was Wolfsbane?
Yes.
It's a wolf's bane in the same way that a stake through the heart kills a vampire. Like, it works on most people too.
Yeah. Initial signs are gastrointestinal, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, burning, tingling, numbness in the mouth and face, and burning in the abdomen.
Some
Hypotension.
Pepto-Bismol.
Yeah. Sweating, difficulty in breathing. Main causes of death are ventricular arrhythmias and paralysis of the heart.
I think
How quickly?
I lost my healing herbs when we had that mishap. I
Okay.
think.
A large dose can kill almost instantly.
That's bad.
Jeez, how is he still alive?
Apparently, it didn't quite penetrate through his armor enough.
Oh, cool. Well, that's good.
Get my scroll out and gonna try to cast that.
Joke's on you. I'm not wearing any armor.
I was going to say, what armor? This guy doesn't usually wear armor, does he?
Heavy boots.
The boots.
That's what boots are for.
Barry's been broken for 40 sessions.
That's true. That's what boots are for.
Mm-hmm.
He's still alive because I rolled really shitty on my intensity roll. It's poison for me is like armor.
I can cure up to potency 9 with that nature skill.
Potency 9 is enough.
Okay.
But yeah, as the healing magic kind of goes in, like it does, the wound does ooze a little bit. But you're confident that Trustius is in no danger from it.
Is there enough gunk on that thing to fill a vial?
Maybe.
I'll try. Always have more poison. I have Poison Master and Poison Maker. So I'll try to gather some poison and add it to my poison collection.
Sure. But yeah, it's basically like they took the deadly parts of the plant and then like mashed them down into a paste.
Might have been to kill some of those wolf thing that they are afraid of around here. But if that was the plan, I would have had it silver either to the bear trap or the poison.
But other than that, the rest of the evening is quiet. The camp gets set up. Nothing interrupts you while you're
Other
doing
than
so.
that.
Desi and Rising can get back to their training.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Cudley wakes up from a nice refreshing nap. I assume everybody else is sleeping at nighttime.
When I'm allowed to sleep.
Yep.
At night,
Oh,
yeah.
what a great night.
The best night ever.
Yeah, if Trestius starts like making weird noises in his sleep, roll him over. He stepped in poison earlier. So, just in case. Actually, never mind. I'll just flip him over now. Make sure Trestius is laying in the recovery position.
Not the
So is
first
he going
time
to be
you slept
okay?
like that.
Oh yeah,
No, not first time at all.
I was able to purge the poison. So he should be fine. You just need
So
to
don't need
rest.
to amputate a leg or anything. Okay.
No, the wound is clean. He's still gonna need some rest.
That's good.
He's been rambling.
Yes. During the evening, Calder, you can give me a scouting roll since you're keeping watch. So during the evening, like Otto just kind of like curls up, kind of like a dog near the fire. You notice Vasilka doesn't sleep, but she's just kind of sitting there, kind of like staring up at the sky. You can't really see anything. There's just like darkness and cloud cover. Periodically you might see a star, maybe, but she's just kind of like staring up at the clouds. And, like, completely unmoving. You kind of like look over, Cully, you notice yeah, when I say completely unmoving, I mean completely unmoving. There's no like rising and falling of her chest or anything of that nature.
Well, I'm not getting too close to her either. Holly is he doesn't like this world that we're in right now.
This
He
is
doesn't know the rules of it, and he doesn't know how to gamble. He doesn't know how to negotiate. He just hates it all.
This is the most cautious Cully has ever been.
Yeah, and it's only been since we came here because he doesn't know how it works.
He doesn't know what the odds are here. He gambles on terrible odd in the world we're from, but here he doesn't know the odds.
Yeah. But other than that, it's a quiet evening. Every once in a while, you do hear like the howls of wolves off in the distance. But nothing interrupts your campsite. And as morning comes, everybody can hit their rest button, and everybody can roll for their food and water, or eat leftovers in the Burgermeister.
Leftovers it
leftovers.
is.
Leftovers. So we still have to roll water?
Still have to roll water.
Okay.
And yes, and during your sleep, Mark, that's when you can spend your XP. So
Sweet. So I guess that means can you theoretically do training every quarter day then, or only once a day?
as many quarter days as you have.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, but you can only you can train for a quarter day and then rest for a quarter day to absorb the lessons and spend the XP. So.
Right. Okay.
Right. But as you guys get up in the morning, kind of pull out your map, you can see that the road branches here, and you can decide which way you would like to go.
Where are we on this gigantic thing again? The light square, the light hex? Yeah, thank you.
Yep.
I'm gonna spend some XP while I sleep, just checking exactly
Okay.
where. But just gonna raise a talent.
Yeah, can I raise a talent as well?
Sure can.
Excellent. I think I would like to get lucky 3.
Looks
Not
like we're
like you get
going
lucky at
west.
all.
I'm raising fast footwork at 3.
I mean, I guess there's that too.
So yes, you guys can decide which way you would like to go.
West.
Following the road.
Yeah. Yeah.
So where
Yep.
did he?
So I guess technically southwest, not straight west.
So
Just go
there.
back across the bridge.
And whoever is keeping watch can give me a scouting roll.
Feeling better today, Tressus?
The leg is sore, but I'll live.
Yeah, the poison was nasty.
A man trot.
Yeah, either man or wolf man. Like they had a problem with those things in the village, and they used specifically wolf's bane poison. So maybe.
For a place that's scared of werewolves, we don't see very many of them.
Oh, we stay on the road. But there was a thing they called the werewolf den next to the abbey, so we might be in the prime area for that.
One second.
Well, let's avoid that. As far as I'm concerned, the faster we can get out of here, the better.
Yep.
Oh yeah. No one's arguing that.
We have a god to kill.
And I don't know how time is passing over there. So, I mean, if it passed a day for a day, it's already a problem. But if time passed faster back home, it might come back in a few years if fast. It might be trouble.
As long as the sword's intact.
Yeah.
It's really all we need.
It's just things might have changed so much that we might not know exactly as much how to attack that we now know, but we'll see. No sense in mulling over possibilities.
Well, if nothing else, this will be good practice.
Yeah, because fighting an angel was a bit rough for us, so we still need a bit of that. Because if we need to kill, if that angel could not kill Strad by himself, and Strad is less terrible than the demon we're trying to kill, yeah, we need to scale up.
We have the recipe for doing so.
Yeah, the right tools for the right job, eh?
Indeed.
Be one sec here.
And you never know, this sword that we're after, it might be useful against Chikus as well.
Yeah, that might work.
So as you guys are making your way down the road, and it kind of hooks around to the south and kind of passes through this very dark, creepy woods. Coldy, you detect movement, kind of flanking the road. As you see some of those large shapes kind of converging on you. It looks like as you kind of pass through, like as the road passes through the forest, it is perhaps slightly less safe than the road usually is.
All right. Well, I'll make sure everybody knows about that, and I'll keep my eyes out and stay very close to Desi.
Yeah, I'll have my axe in one hand and my shield in the other.
Okay. 1 sec here. Just gotta see what levels of lightning fast people have. What level of lightning fast does Okata have now?
2. I raised fast footwork to 3 and not lightning fast. Yeah.
Alright, so you get to...
I get 3 cards.
And Rising gets to draw 2.
Yeah. Funny because I was looking at possibly spending XP and buying that to level 2 next. Ha! Oh, well, this might be the impetus to do that if I survive, whatever this is.
Okay. Ryzen, would you like card number 1 or card number 2?
I'll take 1.
Okatai, would you like card number 3 or card number 9 or card number 10?
I'll go with 3.
That is a lot of wolves.
That is a whole lot of wolves. That is a mix of wolves and other things.
So as you're making way through here, Rising, you called this like second. He kind of points out, and you can see these like half a dozen or so very large shapes coming out of the woods.
Okay. I'll get my weapon ready. 'Cause I'm not going off the road.
I'm trying to figure out why did I not group my wolves together? I said group them together. There's a ton of wolves in the combat tracker, and it's like there are not that many wolves. I mean,
That's why I was so concerned when I was looking at first, and then I started noticing it's like, wait, why is Direwolf 2 in there twice?
Because every wolf attacked 3 times.
Well, that's what I was kind of wondering. It's like, do they get multiple attacks in a round? Because that would really suck.
Some enemy do. I hope those don't.
okay, there we go. It looks like
Proper amount of wolf.
remove one more. The only thing, maybe there's an update and it's reading their speed as how many initiative cards they get, which is not how Forbidden Lands works. All right. So Ryzen, you do see there are 6 of these very large, very hungry-looking wolves with glowing red eyes.
Cool. I'm waiting for them to get on the road.
Okay. Okatai.
Okay. Hmm. Can I assess if they are on the verge of attacking with the survival or something like that?
You sure can. You can kind of look at them, suss out their intent.
Yep. Just making sure before I skewer one.
Oh yes, yes. They are definitely circling around you as a pack in order to start to take down the weakest.
I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna choose which one I think is the weakest, and I'm gonna harpoon him. I'm starting hostilities.
We got to get out of here before they get Caldy.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Are they monsters?
Yes, they are.
Oh.
Direwolf took my Caldy.
Which one would you like to skewer?
I had targeted number 5.
Hey, look, their armor didn't stop anything.
It's a mystery to me. You're rolling in secret. So they're bleeding and maybe poisoned.
They're definitely bleeding.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm gonna use the fast action to try to pull it toward me.
Okay.
That's some contested might, I think.
Yep.
Oop, well,
You can push it if you like.
nah, I won't take the damage right now.
Okay. So the harpoon snakes out, catches one of these wolves. It does like pull a chunk out of it, and this like reddish black blood kind of splatters on the ground. Cully.
I'm gonna move right there, and I'm gonna attack this guy right here with a sling. Oh, it's broken. It can't be used. Shit. I will pull my phantom dagger and not do anything else.
Okay.
Maybe like a lore check to figure out what the best thing to fight these guys with.
Sure. Yes, these are dire wolves. Specifically, though, these are like normally dire wolves are like white. They're normally found in northern climates. These are like a dark, like midnight black. But yes, they are fierce hunters who, once they stunted their prey, do not to give up.
All right, I'll yell that out. We're gonna have to kill these ones. They're never gonna run, or they're never gonna give up. I said they might run. You know, they might come back, but they're on us for good until we kill them.
Oh yeah, they definitely decided to eat us.
Yep.
That's why I shot them.
Right. Desi.
Yeah, I'm not a range person, and I am not leaving the road. So
Trying to pull him to me, man. I failed.
yeah. I'll make sure I'm close enough to Trestius and Culdy to be able to guard them.
Okay.
And I do have a throwing spear. Of course, if I throw it now, I'm never going to get it back. Unless they rush us, which, I mean, maybe they will. Here's hoping.
So I tie a rope to mine.
Maybe I should. So, yeah. I'll see if I can get that one that's back in the northeast corner. If I remember how to do things in this game.
Ooh.
Maybe?
I don't know. His armor could stop it. Well, it stops one.
Oh, my slashed mouth has gone away? Or do I still have
I
1 day left on that?
think you still have 1 day left on that.
Okay.
So yes, your spear does find purchase.
Oh, excellent. I'm going to need you to, when I get a new one, tie a rope so I can yank it back. That's it for me.
Right. Trustius.
I know a range guy. I'm gonna start firing arrows at the one that Okatai attacked.
All right. Oof.
Oh no, I lost some arrows.
I'm carrying more for you.
Right. So yeah, that arrow sinks into him. He's looking pretty badly hurt.
I'll shoot him again.
Okay. That is enough to put him down.
I think that's it for me. I'm happy where I'm at, surrounded by allies.
All right. Dire Wolf and Vasilka. Dire Wolves and Vasilka. She just walks off the road.
Duh! Oh, damn it.
No.
Shit.
At least we'll know what happens.
That's a shitty roll for her. So yeah, she tries to grab this wolf, and like she is tremendously strong, but it dodges out of her way. This wolf, however, is going to come running right into Ryzen.
What?
Yep. But you were waiting for it to close with you, so you can take your action.
Sweet. That's because it charged me. I can't really charge it.
Correct.
Okay. Is it a monster?
Yes, it is.
Sweet.
Ouch.
Because of the hammer, that automatically bypasses its armor. You do an extra point of damage because of Dragon Slayer. So yeah, you connect solidly with that as it comes in.
Does it die?
No.
Okay.
But you're vaguely concerned because you're like that blow probably would have killed Desi,
Whoa.
and it just snarls at you.
No, it wouldn't have.
5 points of damage, ignoring your armor. Absolutely would have.
It would have dropped me to the ground, but then I'd have gotten back up again.
Yeah. Ooh, and then it leaps up at Ryzen's face.
What?
Yeah. This attack cannot be dodged.
But
What?
can it be parried?
No.
Oh, God.
Oh, why?
Because by default, the monster attacks cannot be parried unless they specifically say they can be.
Not my face. Not my beautiful face. That's the moneymaker.
You do get to roll your armor though.
That means I can't use Path of the Shield. Sorry, buddy.
Oh, not my beautiful face. Am I rolling both the chainmail and the helmet?
Yeah, just rolled like the armor total at the top of the.
Oh,
Yep.
the total. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, it like rends your armor, so it's 2 points of damage to your armor. You can choose whether it comes off the armor or the helmet, and it does knock you prone.
Okay, so my chainmail has 4 and my helmet says 2. So
Yep. So one of them takes 2 points of damage.
So if I choose the helmet, does that mean it's like gone and not repairable?
It's repairable, but it's broken AF right now.
Okay, then I think I'll do the chainmail for now.
Okay. And that
Do I have to keep track of that somehow?
Yeah, I can get it for you.
Okay.
And that is 2 points of damage to your strength.
Ah, I'm broken.
Oof. And knocked prone. So yeah, so this massive wolf charges at Ryzen, jumps up, takes like a blow to its ribs, and you guys all hear the sickening crack as its ribs shatter in its chest. But it still manages to like slash his face and drive him to the ground. Well, how many levels of lucky
Fighting
does
worms.
Ryzen have?
How many levels of lucky?
Yep,
3.
3. So you do get to choose what critical you would like.
Oh, thank goodness.
So yes, you could choose like, oh, he decapitated me and I'm dead. I'll make a new character. Or you can choose like, it's just a scratch.
I like the just a scratch. Thank you very much.
It's generally the one most people take.
I like my head where it is. Thank you very much.
And Direwolf number 2.
It is but a scratch.
Oh, it's got a Vasilka to deal with.
Your face almost came off. Oh wait, I'm broken. Does that mean Berserker kicks in and I?
Yes, it does.
Yep.
Okay, I have 2 ranks of Berserker. Does that mean I get rid of the 2 strength damage?
Yep, you get 2 points of strength back. You're still knocked prone, but it kicks in,
Yep.
and you're like, oh, there you go.
Oh,
Angry.
all right. You get to see Tiny Terror finally.
The other direwolf like lets out this howl towards Vasilka, and she just kind of like shrugs, kind of motions towards it. She's not affected by fear attacks. One of them is dead. Doru. Doru waits for orders. That's what Doru does. And Otto. Otto has a bow, I believe. He does. He will sink an arrow into a wolf.
My close combat does extra damage.
Ooh. Sure. That armor works. Otto's like, look at me, I'm helping. And then other direwolves will close. This one.
So help me. If we died at Direwolves, that's only a step above Beer Barons.
That one will close with Okatai.
I'm gonna be quite a bit ahead of the beer bandits, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, and that one will do a leaping attack at Okatai. So again, jumps up towards your face.
Can I dodge?
It cannot be dodged.
Can I be dodged? Okay.
So you can roll your armor. Oof. These guys are just chewing through your armor.
Yep.
Yes, that stops 1, so you still take 1. And 3 points off your armor. Dire Wolf number 5. That one. It charges, but it does not have the enough movement to close with anybody. Same with the other one. So they pretty much all come charging in, except for the one that Vasilka is fighting in the woods. But 2 of them have not had the opportunity to close with anybody.
The one who closed with me, I can react and try to stab him.
Okay.
Try that. Getting too close to me.
Ooh, his armor stops a good chunk of that.
Yep.
Finally, after 105 sessions, I've had armor stop a thing.
This game's a lot harder when you do it that way.
That will bring us around to Ryzen. Wolf has trying to eat your face. Has knocked you prone. Anger overtakes you. The hammer is on cooldown this round, though.
Okay. Well, I guess I have to get up, and I'm in Berserker Rage, right?
Yep.
So, maybe I'm just gonna brawl it. Maybe I'm gonna bite its face off. How about that?
Okay.
Assert dominance. Yeah, bitch.
That's how it works.
That's how it works. Sure, why not?
That's what Desi taught you? Biting wolves?
I did.
Right.
I mean,
I'm so proud.
I'm not the best influence.
All right. This is not going to end poorly at all. Not at all. All right. Brawler. Ooh, well, okay.
I think everything I taught him is currently gone out the
Oh
window.
shoot, I don't know what the hell I just rolled, but ignore whatever that is.
Yep.
Your food.
My food,
Here,
sure.
eat this. So yeah, on your combat.
Unarmed strike then?
Yeah, unarmed strike at the bottom of your combat.
Yeah. Okay. Do my fists count as a? No, they don't count for a hammer fighter.
Not for Hammer Fighter, but Dragon Slayer still applies.
A Dragon Slayer, brawler. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Jesus! You got nasty
I
little
haven't even
teeth
looked at
in
the
there.
roll yet. I'm just hearing it need to go Jesus.
4-4.
Holy
You're a
shit.
vicious little fucker.
I am.
I
A
mean,
lot of halflings, man.
it is kind of grisly because its armor stops 1, but that's still 3 points of damage from a bite.
Took a chunk out.
So
And
yeah,
I have the level 2. Don't I get it as a free action, a follow-up one?
Hungry little hobbit.
yes, and actually it's an extra damage because of the Dragon Slayer.
All right. Let's do it all again, folks.
He's just chewing through wolves.
What?
Oh, no, I don't get a hammer fighter.
It's
Oh, I
sleeping
feel like I'm
beside him.
Leonardo DiCaprio in The Revenant now. Kind of. All right, come on, Tiny Terror. That's still pretty damn good too.
Holy shit.
So good.
So this
You are feral.
so yeah, this wolf like pounces on Ryzen, like drives into the ground, like tears off a chunk of his face. It's like kind of chewing on it a little bit. Ryzen like lets out this scream and gets up and like bites the wolf back and then headbutts it to the ground.
Died. You
I
killed
was
him.
planning on going over and helping you, but no, I don't think so. I'll just stay over here.
We are
You're not
getting you on
eating
the
me. I'm eating you.
we are getting you on the pro wrestling circuit as soon as we get back.
You don't have to roll for
Tiny
ration tomorrow.
terror.
You had a lunch.
Okatai.
I'm impressed. Totally impressed.
I'm disturbed.
Also, yes.
So yeah, there's like this scuffle going over here between Ryzen and the dire wolf, and all you guys. I imagine it's like the in the Sims 4 when there's a fight. There's just this little dust cloud, and then Ryzen emerges victorious, covered in blood.
With his mouth full
With
of.
Yeah, like the wolf's ear hanging out of his mouth.
I didn't taught him that. Did you taught him that? Still, I'm proud.
Not on purpose.
It's like the scene in Monty Python and the Holy
I mean-
Grail when the rabbit takes the knight's cloth cane. Jesus Christ!
I'm gonna try to score the one that is in close combat with me
All right.
while looking at this and being totally impressed.
Dark Sun halfling.
Tiny terror. The hungry
That's
hound.
just
Another
played
savages and dark.
Oh man, that's
Oh
like
boy, that is the worst armor roll so far. Like, if he had armor, he would have broken it all. Damn.
yeah, that skewers him pretty heavily.
That's 5 damage plus the bleeding.
Alrighty, yeah.
So
Look.
6 damage total, because I
Yeah.
had stabbed him when he got in close with me.
Yep. Anything else from Okatai?
Right now, no, I don't think so.
All right. Caldy.
I'll attack the direwolf 6 with my good old knife.
All right.
The old phantom dagger.
I'll walk up to him and shove him in the ribs.
Yeah. Yeah, gently though, politely. I don't want to get him mad.
Excuse me, Mr. Wolf.
They're making me do it. It's not my fault.
Apparently this wolf has all the armor. So yeah, you
When I
put
stabbed it.
you push the dagger in, and it just does not get through his thick fur.
I hate this universe.
But you do have his attention. Desi.
God damn it, Caldy. I'm melee charging.
Okay.
Direwolf 6, because Caldy ran off from where I could just pick him up and carry him.
I'm really not. I'm about 5 feet away from you.
That's far enough. Okay.
Get me a harness like a toddler.
Don't tempt me.
I could sell you one. I got one in the case.
Um, okay.
With an axe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I like the crit.
Doesn't work on monsters, unfortunately.
Oh, that sucks. Desi doesn't know.
But your axe does find purchase.
It does. And Path of the Blade lets me attack again with a willpower. So I'm going to spend that and hit it again. At least try to.
Because they're so mean to my monsters. Nope. He used up all of his armor against poor Coley.
What are you running off for?
But he is still alive.
Holy shit.
Taking us to Trustius.
Is it fast or slow to send Doru after a wolf?
It's basically neither. I just need you to give him a command.
I will tell Doro to go eat our wolf number 5.
Okay.
Or go kill it anyway.
Okay.
And then I'm going to... Ryzen's okay. Okatai's probably okay. She's probably okay too. I'll put one in this wounded one where the 3 are ganging up on him.
Okay.
Because it's probably almost dead. Oof.
Come on,
Jeez.
armor.
Man, spinning arrows.
But that is enough to drop that wolf before it can eat Desi, so that's probably good.
I appreciate that. I like not being eaten.
And then I guess I'll fast action one into the one Okatai's fighting. Why not?
Right. Oh, that is
arrows, man. Holy jump.
all of the arrows.
Keep using them up.
Yeah, I've blown through 3 stacks of arrows.
Right, that one is still around. Alright, Vasilka, from like over on the side there, you guys see this flash of blue light, and you notice that the wolf that Vasilka is fighting stops moving. It's like in like mid-stride, jaws open, and it just stops in place.
That's what we'd like to see.
No.
Doru. What's Doru gonna do?
She showed him something his mind cannot comprehend.
Doru is just he's going to grab the wolf and just pick it up out of the air like one-handed. And slowly start squeezing the life out of it. And as he does, you can see like his mouth distends and his fangs elongate.
Oh, right. That's
Sorry,
what
who's?
he is.
Otto?
No, Doru, the vampire that you recruited.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
we
the,
tugged
I
along the
I hear the air quote on that.
Otto's just kind of looking around, going like,
So we got
and
3 people with us. Okay.
yes, the party has
I forgot about
recruited
those.
3 literal monsters.
And a rabid halfling, apparently.
4.
Hey, you didn't inherit. Well, okay.
Otto and his little short bow is like plink.
We say that now, but Otto will deliver the death blow on Strahd with that little bow.
This direwolf, Okatai is still its big threat. Ooh, Soda's gonna let out an abyssal roar. So a deafening roar to everyone within near distance. So everybody within the same zone
Ouch.
takes 2 points of damage to agility.
Is that fear based?
It is not.
Okay.
Just volume.
Just volume. So everybody takes 2 points of
Ouch.
damage to their agility.
Got it?
You
Yeah,
don't have a way to soak that or absorb it or anything?
No.
Right, so I'm broken again.
Okay. So that time Ryzen goes down. There are no critical rolls for agility damage. You're just basically, if you're broken with agility, it essentially means you're paralyzed with, in this case, abyssal cold.
Who did this one? Which direwolf 4?
The one,
Four.
yep, the one in
Yep.
front of me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
So if I'm reading Berserker right, does that mean I'm done and I can no longer Berserk?
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
if you're broken the second time, then you're out.
Okay. It was fun while it lasted.
It was brutal while it lasted.
It was brutal while it lasted. Yes.
Probably get you an XP.
Honestly,
yeah, sure.
probably. I'm voting for it at least.
Oh yeah, definitely.
The wolf that Dorio's grabbed is trying to break free. But is not successful. So Doru has basically picked up this horse-sized wolf one-handed and is holding it despite its thrashing.
Wow.
I did put a lot of willpower into him.
Okay.
I am not the scariest person in the group now.
You never were.
Risen is.
Well, he
I don't
is
like
now.
to brag. I don't like to brag.
You did transport a whole group to a different plane of existence. Yeah.
Right.
That's true.
Still voting Risen.
Right. Ryzen is paralyzed, so unfortunately can't act.
Yep.
Okatai.
Okay. You're being a bother. I'm gonna try to finish that. My agility is damaged, so it's gonna be less efficient. Ooh.
Oh, come on, armor. Maybe he'll live.
One more damage for oh, it's calculated. Yeah.
1 damage though is enough. That is enough to finish off that dire wolf.
I didn't like that one.
That's the one that screamed.
Yeah. And yes,
If I hadn't been de-aged, I would have been on the ground too.
yeah. And yeah, everybody who felt this was like a howl from the depths of hell itself.
Oh yeah, that was not good. I'm gonna use my fast action to go toward Risen, so
Okay.
I can heal him next turn.
Okay. Kuldi. The only wolves seem to be the one that Daru is holding and the one that Vasilka has paralyzed.
I'm going to go to Risen and see if I can bring him back up.
Perfect. Yes, you can make a healing roll. Ooh, not today. You're like, no, fuck it.
Not
He's
today.
too scary.
Fair.
Too much gore on his forehead. I can't see his eyes.
I don't know where the wolf ends and the guy and the halfling begins.
You're looking at him upside down. That's not his head.
Blood everywhere.
Yeah. Ryzen looks like a character from like Dragon Age Origins. that game was bloody. Desi.
Well. Desi is going to she's not leaving the road. So I'm gonna step back here by Trustius and Ryzen and Kaldi and Okatai.
Okay.
To in theory, keep watch over Kaldi and Ryzen in case one of those other two wolves get away from their current predicaments, and to give Trestius some of the arrows that I'm carrying.
Okay.
I have a D8 of arrows, Tony. How many would you like?
What's that? 3 batches?
2.
2.
Oh, 2. Yeah, I will take 2 for sure.
Excellent. I am down to nothing.
Okay. But that will take us to Trustius.
I has arrows.
Yes, I have
You
a
do.
pound of space now.
Well, that thing's paralyzed. I might as well give that some arrows.
Okay. Perfect. So yeah, you get we'll say we'll call it 2 bonus dice because it is paralyzed. Oof. So paralyzed, its armor doesn't even work.
I'll give it another one. Why not?
Why not? Indeed. Oof. Apparently, Desi was carrying the good arrows.
Good batches, yeah. Good fistfuls.
I've been holding them for a long, long time, so they're undamaged. They've never been used.
That is enough to drop that one.
That's me.
Vasilka. She'll rejoin the party. Doru. Doru will sink his fangs into the wolf. And they're like they're probably about an inch long. But you notice as soon as he sinks those fangs in, the wolf stops struggling.
That's convenient.
And then he just drains the life out of it. I mean, not instantly, just so if you guys get bitten by a vampire, it's not instantly, but at this point, there's no sense in running the combat. The wolf's not doing anything.
Nobody's helping that wolf.
Nobody's helping the wolf.
No, definitely not.
And we haven't fed Doro in a while, so.
He's a little hungry.
This is probably the best he's ever eaten.
I mean, there's plenty of blood in those wolves, except this one. The blood is everywhere, but otherwise, you can see the way.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Like, did holy shit.
And incidentally, Ryzen, you do kind of like snap out of the paralysis. You can still like kind of move and stuff. You just can't do anything that requires dice rolls.
Okay.
Sit up, little buddy.
All right. I sit up slowly, wearily.
Let's yeah. I'm gonna, while we're waiting for Doru to finish his meal, I will use a point of water to kind of clean Ryzen's face off.
Just snap out of it like, I know there's a halfling under here someplace.
Kind of take a rag and a dye of water and
Oh,
just
I'm
kind of
fine,
start.
Mom. What the? What? Huh? What?
No, you don't want to lick your lips right now, but just
Okay.
let's get some of this scrubbed off you before you end up with
Yeah,
the most.
I'm
Some of
no
what?
good at trying to heal him.
What's going on?
Fully,
What
so I'm
happened?
just gonna.
Let's wipe that blood out of your eyes. That's not your blood, by the way. Just, in case you
Well,
were wondering.
that's comforting. It's not your blood, I hope.
No,
No, you look fine.
no, I am. I mean, my hearing's a little weird, and
What?
there's ringing in my left ear that's not going away. What?
What?
My
Ah,
Sorry, had to start saying what?
There's a high pitched ringing that won't go away. But no, other than that, I'm fine. Uh, they didn't. I don't even remember if one snapped at me.
last thing I remember, a wolf
But,
tried to bite my beautiful face off. Oh God, my face!
mm-hmm. Uh,
It's
How
just
bad
dirt.
is
how
it?
it's not. It's gonna be much better once I wash it off.
Okay.
And I'll kind of dump some of the water over his head, and kind of get the blood off of him as best I can. There, you're looking a little less red now.
Okay.
Doro isn't as likely to lick your face. That yeah.
What?
Dizzy will kind of look at Okatai, look at Terestius, look at Okatai, back at Ryzen.
I mean, I didn't teach him this technique, but I wish I did.
I mean, that's not quite what I taught him, but can't argue with effective.
If excessive.
Oh, it was a lot excessive. Yeah. That was
Ahsoka, you should be staying on the road. You said you would stay on the road.
And she actually kind of like flinches a little bit when you tell her. She's like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to disobey.
It's for your safety.
yeah, it's not about obeying him. It's just that we don't want you to get hurt.
You did a fine job with that wolf, by the way. You all right?
That was
He didn't hurt you?
Oh no, I'm fine. He shot him with arrows.
Was there like a blue flash, kind of like lightning?
Yes.
And now Desi's just kind of looking back and forth between Ryzen and Vasilka. What was that?
It's a defense mechanism that my creator imbued into me.
Is it magical?
I guess.
Is it something you can do as often as you wish?
Yes.
Interesting. It shouldn't be possible.
Why not?
Well, that's not how magic works.
I
Not
don't.
how magic that you consciously do works, but some things are just magical.
No, my understanding from the books I read is that my master created me, so perhaps many things I do are not how it's normally done.
That seems to be the case. You are far too strong than you should be. Perhaps you can tell me about these books when we rest next.
I'll tell you. I mean, my creator, the abbot, wanted me to know things about the world and history. I mean, I know, and she gestures. She's like, I know what a tree is, but I've only ever seen them from my window. I've never seen one up close. I know what a horse is, but I've never seen a horse ever. You know, I never experienced anything. Just lessons.
Yeah. You know the world in theory, not in practice.
Yes.
Well, I'll point out to you what I can.
You're like a new elf. We're born, grown, not like infants, not like humans or wolfkin. A blank slate.
Oh, maybe. Maybe I was, and the master creator saw fit to teach me what I thought I would need to know to be presented as a gift.
When she says presented as a gift, Desi kind of scowls as she's wringing out her rag.
We have no intention of presenting you as a gift.
That was the abbot's plan. His thought was that when I was ready, I would be a suitable bride for the devil, and might for even a moment make him happy. And the abbot believed that in that moment of happiness, the curse could be broken.
I don't know how magic of this realm works, but that's an interesting thought. Just the prophecy we heard tell us that you could help us get out of here.
I mean, I'm certainly willing to help you.
Maybe she'll be able to freeze him. We'll just let Ryzen gnaw his ankles off.
Perhaps.
Regardless, we should keep moving.
Now, let's get out of those woods, but the more we know about you, the more we can help.
Are we dragging these wolves along so you guys can, I don't know, skin them for another sleeping fur or...
Yeah, we need
Sleeping
to
take
fur
apart.
meat.
Oh, I think you've had enough wolf meat for one day, big guy.
we need to be able to take some time to skin them and get the food out before we move.
Like seriously, what the fuck did I do?
Just here. Take a drink of this. Don't swallow. Just swish it around in your mouth and spit.
Okay, I do that.
We'll have a chat about how you went berserk.
There's a bit of fur and blood in the spit. When the wolf tried to eat you, you tried to eat it.
You bit back.
Hmm.
That was impressive. I like that.
It's fucking freaky. I'm not like that when I get up. Right? I usually just, my hand is clenched around whatever I'm holding and I just keep swinging.
You
I
become
haven't.
like silent when you get angry like that, and you just like your knuckle go white, and you just swing and swing. But some people screams when they
I
get
don't.
like that. Just
Okay.
get white knuckled and silent.
Like, I don't remember
Maybe I did what I did because I
biting
knew
anybody.
that I can't use the hammer every single time. Maybe I had that
Maybe.
level of awareness in me still.
That could
I'll,
be.
Or
Or
maybe I
like,
just deep down like it freaky, naughty, dirty.
that's
Who knows? I mean, I don't know.
I.
Both. Who knows?
well, you went back to your instinct of survival. I need to kill so I don't get killed.
I
Oh,
mean,
yeah, that could be it.
I kind of get the whole "you bit me, I'm going to bite you back." The things that attack me aren't normally trying to bite me.
Yeah.
They're usually swinging something at me. But yeah, you definitely got the hang of going berserk. You,
So,
yeah, you learned that one well.
More chaos will be useful, I'm sure.
More chaos, really? That's what we're encouraging now?
I mean, as long as he's winning his fight and not selling his soul.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I put that clause in for a reason.
I like that. That's true. Yeah. Not selling your soul is a good thing.
Being unpredictable is good, is what I'm saying. These things were likely the eyes and ears of the Count.
Maybe.
He likely was watching us. Likely a test.
Well, he certainly got his entertainment for the night.
He'll likely be better prepared next time.
It's
Or
not
send a
great.
stronger bow.
Also not great. Okay, I'm still hearing a ringing sound, so let's
Yeah, that
keep
was.
going so we can set up camp somewhere and
Yeah, that was a pain.
yes.
So, do
Yes,
we
it
want to cook
was.
the wolf meat or do something with the fur, or just? Because I'm good on food on my side.
That's entirely up to you guys. I don't do that kind of thing. I'm lucky if I
No,
manage to
skin
hunt.
them. We'll have Doro drag along a couple, I suppose.
He can keep drinking from them as we go. Does he drink blood from something that's already dead?
I'm full. I've been
Oh,
sated.
shit.
Apologies. I understand my presence is disconcerting, so.
Didn't mean to talk about you like you couldn't hear me. I just didn't know. Usually the things that follow Trustius don't have much, they don't pay attention to anything but him. I kind of forgot that you were an actual, like, independent, on your own, not just shuffling after him person.
I am not independent. I'm not going to look at Trustius. But I am thankful.
Did you get hurt in that fight?
No.
Okay, that's good.
What little scratches I got are already healed.
You are bound for your own safety.
I understand, yes. I am thankful for this.
Oh.
But I realize
We-
that it is perhaps best if I stick to the shadows nearby on the road.
If we succeed, you might end up free.
If you succeed, I will likely end up returned to death. It would not be unwelcome.
I mean, here you might actually be able to go on to something better. So
Perhaps. But until then, I'm willing to serve.
This is good.
well, just I know I don't have order to give you. Just tell us if you're hungry or if you're broken.
Of course.
'Cause I don't notice as well as I wish.
There's little here that can keep me down for long.
Yeah, because that's good. Because I'm not sure if my healing would work on you.
Doubtful.
But fed, that we can manage.
The wolf will keep me for some time.
We'll
You,
bring it along and we'll skin it.
Of course. And I assume you guys are having this conversation as you continue to walk out of the woods.
Yep.
Yeah. And in case if we forgot or I didn't mention it, he will have direct orders not to take that lure off
Yep.
because that would be a problem.
What's this?
And not to let anybody else do it either.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
as
sounds
we're
wise.
walking, as we're walking along, and this conversation comes to an end, Desi looks more and more uncomfortable and walks just a little closer to Caldy,
That
kind of
works.
keeping a bit more of her distance from Ryzen and Trustius, which is a little unusual, but
Are you guys traveling through the afternoon, or are you setting up camp early so people can rest?
Yep, I'm gonna go with a early rest. We could still, if we want to stay on schedule, could we still walk or?
Oh, you can still travel. It's just if anything comes up, anybody that is broken will not be able to participate.
Yep.
But I mean, somebody like Okutai tried and failed
Is healing, yeah.
his healing, and I think Caldy tried and failed. But Desi or Trustius could try healing Ryzen.
oh yeah, because that's what I'm known for.
I mean, if Desi stabs him, I can heal him.
Maybe
I
we
mean,
could,
right now, he might bite my face off. I don't think I'd like that. He
yeah,
might.
maybe we
I taught him where the artery is in the thigh. I don't want him to bite that. He's at the right height.
It
That
is a
would
pretty juicy artery. I mean,
that would not be good. I don't need you and Doru getting ideas.
So you guys are gonna just continue on then?
do we make camp earlier and let people rest?
Probably.
I
I'd
mean,
be
if we
fine
do,
with
then you guys can do something with the wolves.
There's no timeline yet. We might as well get pelts and meat.
Yeah.
And I got scuffed, so I'd like the rest.
My ears are still ringing.
And since we're not leading the way here, I'm not getting my rest while we walk.
Yeah, the road is too civilized for you to feel at home.
Yeah, I am tempted to go off road just because I could rest, but it's not a good idea.
Okay. All right. So Okutai's going to set up camp in the afternoon. Everybody else can decide what they would like to do during the quarter day, during the afternoon.
I guess I will skin some wolves. What is that, survival?
Crafting.
Oh, it's crafting. I will skin some wolves.
You want some more arrows?
I'll take a bundle if you get them.
I get as many bundles as you want.
Before you get some out of your bag, I still have some on me.
I could fit one.
I'll lower my dice by one. I have a D12 arrow on me.
Oh, nice. Okay.
What's crafting? Can I try to repair my sling?
You sure can. Just want to check one thing. Just looking up something real quick.
Can you roll crafting if you don't have a dot crafting?
Yeah, it just means that you're not great at it.
Okay.
That will restore 1 point to your sling.
Very nice.
oh no.
That'll get you 2 pelts out of the wolves.
That's enough for blanket.
It is enough for a blanket. All right. What would Desi like to do during the afternoon?
Do we trust Doru and Vasilka to keep watch?
I think we'll have to teach Vasilka to keep watch.
Yeah, she's kind of enchanted by everything.
I mean, she's great, but
I don't
I'm not
blame
sure
her.
she know what is a threat and what is not.
Dora
But-
can certainly keep watch.
I'm not sure that anything is a threat to her.
Yeah, that's
Really?
what I mean by teaching her to stand
Yeah.
guard, like teaching her what is a threat to us.
What's a threat to everybody else? I'm going to see if I can get some of these links hooked back together in my armor. I don't have any tools, but I might be able to just kind of
Yeah.
fasten
You
the
can use
links
your human
together
ability.
and
You can
bend
use
them
your
back
human
into
ability to
strength.
switch stuff around.
Yeah. I mean, you are a human. You can spend a willpower to roll whatever skill you like.
Oh, I keep forgetting that. I will spend a willpower, and I will use melee
There you go.
instead of crafting, because I've got 5 in one and 0 in the other. But yeah, I mean, these are the spots where I normally get hit. These are the spots that need some improvement.
Perfect. That will restore 3 points back to your armor.
Nice! That takes it right back up to 6. Because it had been down to 3. Hey, look what I did! She'll hold it up all
Yay.
proud like a kid. I fixed it!
That weave is not perfect. job.
Shush! Thank you. It'll stop a blade. That's all I care. I do not give 2 shits about how it looks. I need it to be effective, not pretty. Kind of like the rest of me.
It can be both. Like your helmet.
Yeah, well, I don't think that's gonna happen with everything else.
I'll have to check that up eventually. My chainmail is starting to suffer a bit.
There is a little dent here, though. Other than that, I mean, the helmet's fine, but there is a dent that I'm gonna have to get fixed at some point so it doesn't end up failing completely.
But yes, the afternoon is, quiet, spent. Okatai's getting the camp ready. People are like working on various things. Ryzen's like trying to get some feeling back in his fingers and stuff. So for Mark, since Ryzen is broken, basically you can rest. It doesn't count as sleep, but it does let you hit the rest button.
Okay. Cool.
So basically, by the time camp is done, Ryzen's kind of like, come back to himself, get some, work the kinks out, as it were. But yes, you still need to sleep so that you don't become sleep deprived, but resting
Yep,
resets
that's
your
fine.
attributes. That's why the talents that let you rest while you do other things are so great.
Mm.
There's like,
Yeah, I have 2 of those now, but
yeah,
it's not the place for that. I cannot lead the way and I cannot hunt.
you can do both. You
Yes.
shouldn't do either. But yes, by the time like evening starts to roll in, you guys have your camp firmly established. You've got the wolf pelts ready. You've got Culty's got a new sling. Desi's got some new armor. Ryzen is functional. You guys could continue on in the evening if you like, or you can just stay here.
Yeah, the camp is set up. We'll just have an one afternoon to do stuff.
And while Trestius is like working on the wolf puts and stuff, Vasilka will basically watch what he's doing because she's fascinated. And yeah, you get the sense like she is fairly knowledgeable, but only in like the most like book learned way.
Yeah, so Trestius is mostly interested in what she knows about how she was put together.
The abbot found things that he believed were the epitome of beauty and used them in my creation. When when I was ready, I was infused with parts of his essence. Magic, I guess you would call it.
It's a strange magic.
But you can make a lore roll.
Sure.
And the other thing that you would notice as you talk to her is like she definitely has intelligence, i.e., she has a wit score, but she does not like. She looks like the skinning of the wolf and everything that's happened with a very kind of detached air. So she has no empathy stat.
Oh, she'll get along great with Trestius then.
So
Who does have one empathy. So
Big old one.
but yes, judging from what she's told you, she is some sort of golem. So she is not technically living nor undead. Like even
right, and
though
she's powered divinely in D&D terms, but I'm
it,
not sure how that translates.
exactly, it is something that like the only golems that Trustius is aware of are created by dwarves as like guardians for treasure and the like. And in that case, the dwarves usually bind the soul of a traitor so they can continue to serve the clan.
Right, so he'd understand that because he could bind souls.
Yeah. So you're not sure if that's what she means by part of the creator's spark was used to create her. You don't know if that's exactly what she means or if it's something that you're not familiar with.
Right, yeah, because my understanding there's like only one realm in Forbidden Lands.
Yes.
There's like Earth, quote unquote Earth, and like where everything else is.
Yep. So it is enough for you to understand that you are very much someplace else. The kind of like disturbing thing from Trestius's point of view, though, as a necromancer, is like she is technically made of the flesh of dead beings, and yet she is not undead.
Yeah.
So necromancy would have no effect on her.
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess Tony figured that out,
Yeah.
but I think that's a real first clue that we're not in the same world.
Yeah, it's not like you haven't been transported to another place, like another
Yeah, we're
place
not
in
in
the
another
world.
part of Earth or whatever
Yeah,
this planet's called.
right. You're not in another part of the world you know.
Well, he'll share that.
Yeah. So yes, so with the lore roll, with 2 successes in lore roll, like Cully's magic portal, which I mean technically opens you like a portal to like the demon realms, and then you kind of walk through them, and then you open another portal to come out someplace. Hopefully, apparently that portal did in fact deposit you someplace else that is not the known world and not the demon realm.
I think I get pulled off course. I think it's
Magic does
magical.
that.
I've been hijacked.
And the
It does mean
go ahead.
it does mean that we're out of the reach of Jakus, though,
Yeah.
which is interesting.
Yeah. On the plus side, it means if you die, you don't go to feed him. But
Who knows
perhaps,
what we are feeding though?
but perhaps more worrying for Trustius is, like, as long as you were like on the same, still within the same realm, you know, in theory, another portal spell could get you back home.
Now it's not enough.
That is definitely not an option.
That might be a good thing.
Maybe.
What might be a good thing?
We're not. I don't even know how to explain this properly. This realm is not where we came from.
Yeah, no shit.
No, it's not a different realm. It's not a different country. It's not there.
I always assume it was another place like where the spirit or demon lives outside of us.
To
But
my
we
knowledge, that doesn't exist.
But the horn worked. And
Connected somehow.
we got the horn on the island. So there's some sort of link. Or whatever that horn reaches out to is everywhere.
or it has a
Yeah.
version here that is not the same as ours.
Maybe?
All I'm saying
I've
is
never
that
seen.
this dirt is not connected to the dirt where we came from in any fashion. It's not across the sea.
Right. I didn't figure we were across the sea.
It's not across the
Yeah, I
sea,
didn't
and
think
it's
we.
not L.
See, a different realm? Sort of like um, the tower. Remember the tower where everything was really weird?
Yeah.
Yeah. I figured it was something like that.
The tower was part of the Hells, as far as I knew.
And that's why I figured that this was just a pocket of hell. But you're
I
telling
don't.
it's something else entirely.
From speaking with our friend, I don't believe that's true. I believe this is another realm entirely.
Wow.
But close enough that the horn still reaches where we
Gods can
came
reach,
from.
I suppose. The dragon is a god.
Right.
Or they have a similar dragon god here that we rang instead.
Hey, I
Like,
meant to knock on your door, but I got this other door instead. But this other guy,
I
he's
mean, the
your
spell,
twin brother. Okay.
the spell
Is that what
just
you're...
went on the 7th floor of this tower. Whoever is living in the 7th floor is gonna get that ring.
Gotcha. That'd be weird.
I don't know if
Perhaps
that's
the
true.
Hells reach to many realms, not just ours.
Oh yeah, the elves of
So
our
what
hell could be the hell of another place too.
what would that mean, Jakuz wise? If anyone dies here, they go to Jakuz too?
My guess is
Because
that we can't reach here at all,
why?
because this place is plagued with walking spirits. They go to the
That makes sense.
level of
Gotcha.
Jakuz.
That does make sense. Okay. That tracks.
It also means that Caldy's magic probably cannot get us home.
What? But how's that
Why?
possible?
Why? It got us here.
One-way ticket?
We shouldn't be here. His magic shouldn't have got us here.
And I think the magic of this realm pulled us in. Uh, we were just more vulnerable when the portal was open.
Our magic still works here. I think we can still get it back.
If you use portal here, I think we'll
Yeah.
get to the hell of this world instead of the hell of our. Like I said with the horn that ring, whoever was there, think this is gonna get us to whatever pass as hell around here.
So hell is like stairs between floors in a tower.
Yeah, basically.
All of this is speculation.
Oh yeah.
All of this is right over my head.
Hmm.
I am guessing at best. None of you are making sense. But whenever you talk magic, it never makes sense.
I'm trying
Sounds
to
cool, but
trying to make it into practical term that we need to do this
and
because
I
we won't be
kind
able
of
to do
get
it by
that.
ourselves.
Yeah. The people here speak the magic language, kinda. And we need their language to do whatever it is we need to do with Castle Guy. Yeah? Okay.
Yep, that's the way out.
Yeah, there we go.
So yes, with the realization that Culty's magic, there is no way for Culty's magic to get you home. It might possibly open up to a hell, and I guess we'd have to figure out what exactly the hell of Ravenloft is.
It's Ravenloft
I imagine.
by definition.
So, but we will call it there.
We get to hell is just this again.
It's
That's
this
the thing about domains in Ravenloft. You never get to leave unless he says it's okay.
Yep. But XP for this session.
Bonus XP for Ryzen, for sure.
Oh yeah.
That's
Rabbit
not even a
Chipmunk
question.
XP, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So participate in the game session. Yes. Travel through at least a hex. Yes. New adventure site. No. Defeat one or more monsters. Defeated several and recruited some. Find a treasure worth 1 gold or more. No. Build a function. No. Sorry.
By the way,
Oh,
just had a
right,
realization when you said something about building something in our camp. I think the power of Vasilka is that when we camp with her, we get a willpower back.
It is.
So technically, we camped once, so we have a willpower back.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Sorry, just had the realization when you talked about camp.
I
and
can actually
home.
use it.
Nobody activated pride. Nobody suffered from their dark secret. Did anybody risk their life?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Not more than
Vasilka.
usual.
Not,
Vasilka
not
went
more
out
than
of the
usual.
road.
yeah,
Yeah,
not
she
more
left
than
the
usual.
road. Not on purpose.
Aside from Ryzen going berserk and killing the dire wolf with his bare hands, any other extraordinary actions?
I don't
popped it.
think
Yeah.
nothing is even close.
I wouldn't
Dude.
rain on his parade today.
No, definitely not. That was terrifying and hilarious. And
He might
horrible.
bite you.
He might. I'm not going to challenge him.
So that sounds like 3 XP and 4 for Ryzen.
Oh,
I love the fact that the dice were like, yes, Ryzen is going to be a badass for this. Like, I mean, it probably would have been equally funny if the dice came up like all blanks and 0 successes on the whole thing.
yeah.
Just kind of gnawing at his nose.
Just like, like I think
Gumming him.
I think humor-wise, it could have gone either way, but the dice are like, no, Ryzen's getting this badass moment. Because it was like both rolls were really high.
Yeah.
Yeah, and both would have been funny, like nothing or everything, but
Yeah.
middle of the path would have been okay. But it's just because it's extreme, awesome.
But yeah, I mean, the dire wolves had like a strength of 10, so health of 10, and Ryzen's unarmed the bite did 5, and the headbutt did 4, and it already had 1, I think.
Yeah,
I was like, huh, look at
So
that.
great.
it was fucking terrifying.
Alrighty. So we will
Sorry,
see.
Chris, am I able to hit the rest button before or no?
Yeah, you guys will be able to rest. I think what we'll do is we'll kind of rest through the evening and the night, and then next session we'll pick up in the morning of the next day.
I just have
Okay.
a thing I'd like to do before we skip, so I can do it at the beginning of next game.
Perfect.
But,
Yep.
just putting myself a note that I don't have a quarter day free because I'm making camp usually, so I want to take advantage of this one.
Gotcha. Yep. Perfect. All right. So we'll see everybody next week.
All right, sounds good.
See you next week.
Take care,
Perfect.
everybody.
Thanks as always, Chris.
Have a good
Night,
night.
guys.
Cheers.
Have a good night, guys.
Thanks.